Hi guys, Dave in Texas, and look what we got in front of us today. We've got a very old Sears Silvertone amp, right? 125 watts, and it's shot. But the owner wants me to clean this thing up and get it working again. And the first thing we got to do is get these darn knobs off here. And I got them off so far, and I've got a couple of, well, I got 3 hard ones to get off. But they just pop off. They should come off a lot easier than they're coming off. Like that. Wow. I'm sure you heard that on the film. They should just cut, there we go. They should just pop all these, should just pop right off this tool I've got. There we go. And man, are they dirty. I gotta do a complete cleanup on this and on this as well. And pretty much disassemble this thing and get in there to its guts and see what's going on with it. Let's see what we got in all and give them an estimate on what's going to cost to fix this thing, you know, just in parts alone, right? And the problem I've got right now, I'm still hunting around the net looking for schematics to it. I got a guy sent me a set and it's the wrong model. And it doesn't match up whatsoever. I was so excited to get it. I thought, oh yay! So I set them aside for a couple of days and came back to look. And it's like close but no cookie. Okay. So let's swing this thing around. I think you've seen all the niceties of it. Pretty neat little amplifier. It's been modified a lot, which I think I'll just put it right back the way it used to be. And get it running again. Nothing special, nothing fancy, but they have absolutely cut the power cord on this, which I'll replace anyway. Anyway, it still has the original power cord to it, which I will cut and remove all this wiring to it. It's old and shot. There's no continuity to it. And it's got this weird jack plug they've kind of jury rigged into the back of it. I've never seen one like this before. I don't think that's the way it came originally. They've done some tinkering. So let's take a look at the back of this thing real quick. And we'll see what's going on in the back. You saw that one extension for a 1/4 inch plug, and here's 2 more. I'm not sure what went in there. If I had the plans, I'd know for sure. But the thing is, this fuse has been blown, which I expected that to be. Of course, those don't last. But it's real dirty and crusty inside. And what I've got to do is get in there and clean all these tubes off before I put it on the Variac and put any power to this thing at all. Follow me? And let's see where I am here on this. Wow, something in there. What the heck? There we go. And I'll shut that thing up. But you can see how thick that dirt and dust is. I can't start it up like this. And I'm very much worried about the transformer on it, if it's, you know, in any kind of shape at all. The parts are really old. And replacing these tubes, I haven't replaced any of these old before. The oldest tubes I've ever replaced were only 15, 20 years old, not 30, 40 years old. But we'll see. We'll see what we come up with, and you know, what we can do for this little amp. And we can save it, we'll save it. I hope we can. Wow, they're just cemented in there so dirty. This is not going to be fun trying to get these out and not break anything. Doggone it. Oh. Of course, I love a challenge, guys, and these are definitely challenging. But these big old tubes, wow. I'm just wondering if Sylvania even has, you know, a new old market on these things. And here's one that's totally loose inside the sprocket itself. And all I do is take these with some warm water and clean them up. You can see it's been burnt. See, it's been burnt. It's gone out. But I clean them up with warm water and go from there. So let's see about getting these all out. Hang in there, guys, while I get these tubes out, and I'll show you the breakdown and how to clean this thing up. Okay, well, got most of those out. And I'm looking at one that was shot, and the rest of them look like they may be okay. I have to test those. I think I know someone owns a tube tester that still works. I can take it over to him maybe, or find out if he's still living around here. But I am concerned about, you know, transformers on this thing. They are just nasty, nasty dirty. And the interior part's just filthy too. I do want to replace the wiring to this, go with a grounded plug. This doesn't have one. And there's a break in this line. So I've got to get this entire chassis out of here. And without any plans or anything, excuse me, I'm not really sure what I'm disconnecting or what I'm unscrewing. I don't see any particular hold down bolts other than these two, but it's spring box here, and they're stripped. So unless these go all the way through to the other side, which I sincerely doubt, I'm not sure how this thing is actually screwed in here. Not just kind of guessing at it and start unscrewing things and possibly causing me more further problem in the future. Let's swing it around the front again, take a look and make sure there's nothing there I can undo. Come on, baby. Doesn't look like it. I can take off the sorry guys, I can take off the nuts to the potentiometers on this. Get those off. Get this little jewel off. Get those loosened up and away from the body itself. And maybe I can get in here and get these off too. I'm not really sure. That's a different issue. They're inside this little face plate, and there's absolutely no screws around this at all. It's all just seam. So let's find out what size nuts those are and start undoing this thing. Hang in there, guys. So off camera, I just gave these little spritz with some lubricating deoxit, right? These things come off here a little easier and not give me a hard time. Now, I'll try to get this socket, get in there and get to these ones that have a protrusion in the way. Yeah, they'll reach. Okay, good. I've got a one of these little jewel tools, right? But these are millimeter, and these are standard, and that's an issue with these. These flip switches, I can get those three off, I'm pretty sure, with my other one, without stripping anything down. This one I have to use a wrench on that one. But these are going to come off readily once I sprayed it. Make sure to keep all these. Can you see this, guys? My hand's in the way. Sorry. I got a washer and a nut. I love these little quarter nuts. I've actually found a hardware store now that I can actually get extra ones of these. Used to be near impossible to go buy a new part just to get the nut. But I found the place that sells them. You don't want to check your Ace Hardware. If you've got a good Ace Hardware, full one, you can get them there. And we've got a good one here. Okay, on down the line. I think you can see that. Sorry guys, it's hard to film this one. I know my hands are in the way, I can't help that, but we're going to take these apart. We're going to put them in some oil, bring back their thread to them, get that rust off there, and when they're nice and semi-clean, we'll take some steel wool and polish them back up again so they look nice on the front plate. We won't have to replace them. Save a few bucks. And anytime you're, have an old amp like this, you want to make sure that you're real careful with those parts. And I put these all into a big envelope. Looks like one of these, right? And seal it up so I don't lose anything. Okay, now for the next one down the line, reaches in there, get this loose. Aha. Well, I'm going to turn it with my hand now. Get off there. It may fall into it. Yep, there it is. Okie dokie. And that's one of those oddballs that you can't find too readily. One of these, those aren't easy to find. Like I was saying, once you get this loose, one thing you can do is just pop that socket off there and use your fingers to do it. That's not loose yet. Wow. Why can't I get to this one? What's going on here? Let's come back to that one, guys. Being stubborn, that's not good. I sprayed these to make sure they wouldn't be. And they shouldn't be, actually. I'd love to use that doggone it, hole-through wrench. Does a better job. Oh, that's going to fall right off into it. Okay, so you grab the needle nose. Get the camera first. And take out the wrenched ankle. And hopefully you don't drop it down inside the box like I almost did. Alright. So we got that one saved. Let's see where I am with the camera. Ah. That was an oddball. Now for the jewel tool here, guys. Look at green or blue, I'm not sure. It's right here. It's got a common thread on it. Ta-da! Let's see what color that's. Green, oh boy. Nice green little emerald colored. Where are you? Right there. It's an emerald colored little on-off switch. And it's got a nice little bulb that's burned out behind it. It should come out the back. Now I got this all done once I undo the back of it. Hopefully it's going to work that way. Now, switch it back around again. Those wires I'm not worried about because those are coming out, being replaced. Out of my way, darn it. What I'm concerned about, oh boy, is as much dirt is in this thing and what to actually unscrew. Shoot. Well, I'll start with the most obvious. Get those out of there. And then go for the least obvious. Okay, so again, get these next ones out of there. This one is being stubborn and slipping on me. Whatever it's attached to, I have to put a little pressure on the back of it to get it to come out. Stubborn little devil. So, that fuse, of course, is in the way, but let's try it like this. It seems to be doing the trick. There she comes. Ah, she's loose now. Of course, I'm still looking for the schematics for this guy. If you come across any, let me know. Alright, now we're back to the, looks like the original ones, the Phillips. Let's set these aside for a second. Move on down the line. Get these out. Now, this is going to just come right out. Okay, come on, baby. Now, one thing that's nice about taping this whole thing is if you have any questions about what went where, you got a nice little blueprint in your camera, in your video. That one's just spinning, so something behind it that's not holding. And this one, oh boy, come on, baby. That one's just rusted solid. And what about this one? It's full of dirt, but you can get it come out. Come on, baby. It's just barely in there. I don't know what that was all about. Is this thing any looser? Heck no. Okay, well, I'm still monkeying with this, trying to get it to go loose. The only thing I could tell you is I got these out earlier, these long bolts on the bottom that held it. So far, I can't even rock this thing. It's like, damn it. You know, what do I do? So we'll have to see what I can come up with here somehow. Damn, nation. Always something that just gets in your way. At that point, you just want to kick this thing. I couldn't be holding it. That little plate there acting as a nut for those bolt-ons, those bolts. I couldn't be holding it. Why won't this thing come out of here? Maybe it is. Maybe I'm mistaken. Yeah, these plates acting as a nut for those long bolts that hold down at the bottom. And they're in a hole that's stuck in there. There it comes, like this. But I don't see how I could hold the whole thing down, not let it move at all. Christ. There's one left there. What's holding this thing together? One last one. Let's just be sure. Let's get it out too. Okay. Last one of these out. Maybe it's I don't know. Maybe it was deep enough. You know, this little leg of it was deep enough to hold it in place. Let's give it a twist and see, or a little shove, and see if it's not loose now. Damn, I wouldn't think that would have held it. But they were down there deep inside the chassis, so we'll see if that made it looser. Oh, Christ. Nada, still just in there like a brick. Christ, what is going on with this thing? There's nothing loose on here. Ah, wait a minute, that was holding him. I'll be damned. So I've actually got this thing somewhat loose now. And hopefully I can pull it out. But who knows, maybe not. These pots are not attached to the body, so they should come readily popping out. Alright, this should just lift right up. And it's doing just that. Come on, baby. Wait a minute, it's grabbing that plate again. That front plate, damn it. No, nothing there to grab. The whole thing's coming. It is, the whole thing's coming out, guys. The whole body, everything. Wow. Look at this nightmare. Oh, geez, this thing is filthy. Good God almighty. I'm liable to catch a disease. The support block was holding it up. I'm sure that's what the thing was sitting on. Look at this old aluminum tape they put in there. An old repair. Holy cow, this thing is filthy. I'm surprised it didn't kill somebody when they tried to turn it on. Damnation. I'm sure don't lose any parts off this thing. This block, they've made out just a piece of wood. And that's the leg holding it up. You know, hold on. That's the leg underneath this part down here to hold it up with. You follow me? You see this? There you go. All the way through. Isn't that wild? And I don't think that's original. You don't find tape like that back then. Unless that's aluminum foil they glued on with glue. But that's possible, yeah. It's possible that's old. Look at this. Here's that other piece of old. And what we got falling out here? Wow. That's one I took loose. And that is absolutely just crusty. Good God almighty. Guys, this thing is really a wreck. And I mean really. Look at this. They got old tape and glue and Mickey Mouse this thing back together again, it looks like. Holy shit. What a nightmare. Oh, I can't see all this, but look. They got tape, glue, aluminum foil wrapped around shit in here. It's all busted and burnt. Damn. And this thing's a nightmare of electronics. And everything in here is probably just old and shot. Good God Almighty. I had no idea this was behind this. Look at this thing. Oh God, they got absolutely wraparound resistors in here. I've not seen one of these, but in a book. They got some stuff in here, guys, that I saw in an old textbook years and years ago. You know, as in, welcome to the 50s. Oh, God damn. Oh, man, I may not be able to save this one. This is really, really messed up, too. And he wants to do it on a budget, which that's not going to happen now. So, all I have to do is wait for the schematics to show up, because I'm just kind of estimating things in here right now, guessing at them. What's wrong, because I have nothing to test against. Got to be able to test, know what you're doing. I can see some problems with the pots. I can see the jacks too. There's some issues on these. Oh man, that's a mess. That, guys, is what's known as a mess. And that's electrical fire waiting to happen as it is. There's one thing in my shop, I don't get anybody hurt, especially me. Look at this though, holy shit. MFD and 150. Oh man, those are old. I'm sure I'm gonna get these voltages back. These caps replace something new, it's gonna be a lot smaller. Huh. But they're actually taking the legs of these things and not cut them or solder them into a spot. They wrap them around a post like they did back in the, well, yeah, back in the 50s. That's what they've done. Let's look at the pots on this thing. Explain anything going on there. Wow. That's just so Mickey Moused. Some of the wiring is excellent, some of it's just, what the hell were they thinking? You know? And so much this can be replaced with one little tiny board about yay big. Hang in there, guys.